Hi there, my name is J.D. Fox, and this video is to supplement my post called Fostering Useful Labels. And so I thought I would do this little post talking about labeling. How do you label me right now as you stare at this video screen? Right, because right now you are adding labels about me. Like for example, my hair. Do you think my hair is unkempt? Do you think it needs cut? So are you classifying me, labeling me as a person who needs my hair cut, or maybe bringing along the baggage of other things like maybe someone too lazy to have his hair cut, etc. What if I told you that I normally have my hair cut into a crew cut, but right now I really can't afford a haircut? Does that change the label? What if instead of seeing me like this, I put on my glasses? Does that change how you might have labels? How the labels that you have of me? What about my unshaven face? Does that matter to you? Is that a whole label that you put on me? On making other claims and other judgments and other labels that follow from seeing me unshaven? What if I told you I don't shave very often, and when I do, I shave in the shower without a mirror? You suddenly have a new label as you try to imagine whether you can shave in the shower without a mirror and label me as a person who can do that? Or do you label me as a person nuts for doing that for the risk of cutting myself? Or do you actually go off on a tangent, and since I mentioned in a shower, now thinking of me in a shower and possibly naked in a shower, so therefore for having a whole other series of labels attributed to me? What about my shirt? My shirt has on it says ogre across here and has this really cool looking creature that I just adore hanging out on the O. What if I told you that shirt ogre is a solo project by the person who's the lead singer for Skinny Puppy, and his name is also called Ogre, and that Skinny Puppy is one of my favorite bands? What if I told you that I actually like the Last Rites album best of all and think it is the seminal piece of work for them? Does that change the label you have of me? What if I bring up 80s music, or black metal, or death metal, or talk about Iron Maiden? Or what if I bring up rhythmic noise? Do any of those alter your labels of me? Well, of course they do. How can they not? You always are adding things, revising things when you find out new details about a person. What about Christmas? If I say I'm vegetarian, what do you feel about that? How do you label me? What if I said last night Gary and I had tofurkey for dinner? How does that affect your label? What if I say I'm queer? And that's kind of the focus of my post, because I'm pretty militantly queer. As far as I don't put up with homophobia at all. And I'll get in your face about it and trash you severely when I hear you saying idiotic homophobic things. But how does that make you feel? How does that make you label me? Because labels are important. And I get upset when I hear the current rhetoric in the gay community as being one of, oh, don't label me. I'm fluid. I don't have labels. I don't do labels, and other stupid shit. That's just not how brains work. I'm sorry, it has good intentions and stuff, but it's bullshit. And we need to move on from that line of thinking. Because what we're really meaning when we say, don't label me, is we're saying two things, and it actually has nothing to do with don't label me. We're saying when you do label me, because I know you're going to label me. That's what humans do. Humans make categories and they put things in boxes and they change those boxes and they move those boxes around. They compare those boxes and do all kinds of things with those labels. So when you do label me, what I mean when I say don't label me is, I mean don't bring your baggage, and I mean your baggage, not mine, your baggage that you have with those labels to the label that you're bringing to me. So you might have all these experiences of queer folks do this, or white folks do this, or people with hair that's uncut do this. But until you know me, until you get to know me and ask questions about me, don't bring that shit into your interpretation of me. So that's one thing that we're doing. And also, what's really strange about the don't label me comment is we do want people to label us. Of course we do. But what we really are saying when we say don't label me, we're actually wanting people to label us in a favorable way. If you're an employer, I want you to label me as a hard worker. If you're a reader, I sure as hell want you to label me as, man, he's someone I want to read. And if you're that cute next door neighbor, that cute man, I'd kind of like you to label me as someone you'd want to have sex with. Oh, of course, I'm just joking about the latter, mostly just joking. I mean, I'm married for the past 20 years, 2 decades, and will be until death do us part. So it's not like I would actually cheat on my spouse. But let's face it, it would be kind of nice to have someone have that label of you, even if you aren't going to do anything about it. So what I guess my post is about is that we got to get off the stupid don't label me bandwagon, and we actually need labels. What we need to do is bring out our labels out into the forefront, discuss them, talk about them, revise them, and bring our conversation to a higher level, more productive level, and end up with something that we can both feel good about and get to know each other better in a positive, most productive way. If you want to comment to me or have more thoughts to say on the matter, I would love to hear from you. I'm at my email is jdfoxpresents@gmail.com, and you're welcome to drop me a line. Thanks for listening. Bye.